Good morning, students. In our today's class, we are going to start the first chapter of history, that is French Revolution. And in the introductory page of this chapter, here is explained about a rumor that was spread in the city of Paris, which is the capital of France. A rumor on 14 July 1789, a rumor was spread in the city in Paris that king ordered the army to move into the city and to open the fire upon the citizens. When this rumor spread in the city, then a large number of people, the men and women, started to attack the government buildings. They attacked on the prison named Bastille. Bastille, it was a prison in Paris, and these angry people, this crowd attacked on this prison. And when they attacked on it, the commander was killed, prisoners were released. So all this occurred in Paris on 14 July 1789, which results in the revolution in France, which is known as French Revolution. Students, in this chapter, we will discuss about the causes of French Revolution, and what are the reasons of French Revolution, what was the effect, what was the impact of French Revolution on France, on the world, how this incident was occurred, how the life of the people changed with this revolution. So all these topics we will discuss in this chapter. And first of all, the first topic,
the French society during late 18th century. In 1774, France was under monarchy of Bourbon family with Louis XVI as king. In 1774, Louis XVI, which belonged to the Bourbon family in France, he ascended the throne. But at that time, there was a acute shortage of finance due to prolonged wars and extravagant court. At that time, the treasure was empty in France because of the war. Louis XVI helped the 13 American colonies to gain their independence from the common enemy Britain. And because of this, France was under heavy debts. The war added more than $1 billion to a debt that had already risen to more than 2 billion livres. Livre is a unit of currency in France, which was discontinued in 1794. And to meet its regular expenses, such as the cost of maintaining an army, the court, running government offices or universities, the king forced to increase taxes. And at that time, French society was divided into 3 estates. There were 3 estates in France. The society was divided into 3 estates, and the first estate belongs to clergy. Second estate belongs to nobility, and third estate belongs to big businessmen, court officials, lawyers, peasants, artisans, landless labor, servants. And the only members of third estate, the members of third estate has to pay taxes. The only member of the third estate paid taxes, and the first estate and second estate, the members of first estate and second estate were exempted from paying the taxes. Only the taxes were, sorry, only the taxes were paid by the third estate. And there were two type of taxes. First, tithe, a tax levied by the church comprising 1/10 of the agricultural produce. And the second tax is tally, which means the tax to be paid directly to the state. And all these taxes were paid by only the members of third estate. And at that time, there was the struggle to survive. The population of France rose from 23 million in 1715 to 28 million in 1789. And this led to a rapid increase in population. And when the population increases, this led to a rapid increase in demand for food grains. So the prices of bread, the prices of food grain, which was the staple diet of the people, rose rapidly. And but the wages did not keep pace with the rise in prices. But the wages could not increasing as the prices increased. Things became worse when drought or hail reduced the harvest, and this results in the subsistence crisis. And this led to a subsistence crisis. And subsistence crisis, it is a situation, an extreme situation, when the basic means of livelihood are endangered. This subsistence crisis occurred in France. Then there is growing of middle class. In the past, peasants and workers had participated in revolts against increasing taxes and food, sorry, and food scarcity. But they lacked the means and programs to carry out full-scale measures. And this was left to those groups within the third estate who had become prosperous and had access to education and new ideas. And for this, these people are merchants, merchants, manufacturers, lawyers, administrative officials, and all these were educated and believed that no group in society should be privileged by birth. They have the new ideas that no group in society should be privileged by birth. And these ideas create a society based on freedom, equal laws, and opportunity to all. And with this, there was stress on division of power within the government. It means when the middle class emerged, it demanded to end the privilege. The new ideas came by these educated people of the third estate. They demanded the society based on freedom, equal laws, and opportunity to all. They stress on division of power. Division of power mean in this case, at this time, the power is only with the hands of Louis XVI. because in France there is a monarchy rule, king rule, and king has all the power. Now the middle class people demanded the division of power within the government. The power of the monarch, the power of the Louis XVI had to be decreased. And with this, there is an important role played by the philosophers. There are some philosophers which played an important role in the ideas of middle classes. And here are some name of philosophers, their books and their ideas. First philosopher is John Locke. John Locke, and the name of his book was Two Treatises of Government. And in this book, John Locke sought to refute the doctrine of the divine and absolute right of the monarch. It means John Locke demanded the absolute power of the absolute right of the monarch should be decreased. And second philosopher is Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and the name of his book was The Social Contract. And in this book, Rousseau carried the ideas forward, proposing a form of government based on a social contract between people and their representatives. It means Rousseau proposed a government. He proposed a government which is based on a social contract between the people and their representatives. Rousseau suggested to elect the representative. And the third philosopher is Montesquieu. And the name of his book was The Spirit of the Laws. And in this book, the Montesquieu proposed a division of power within the government between the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. Montesquieu proposed the idea that government power should be divided between the organs of the government, that is the legislative, executive, and judiciary. And the ideas of these philosophers were discussed intensively in the saloons, coffee houses, everywhere where the people meet. And these ideas also spread among people through books and newspapers. And the news that Louis XVI planned to impose further taxes to be able to meet the expenses of the state generated anger and protest against the system of privileges, which results in the French Revolution. So these are some economic reason, some political reason, which results in the occurrence of French Revolution. The political reason is the power is in the hand of only monarch. The economic reasons are the prices of bread are increased, wages are not increased, people suffer a lot because of the increasing population. Only the third estate has to pay the taxes. And the ideas of philosophers also play an important role in the occurrence of French Revolution. So these are the some causes in the past which result in the occurrence of French Revolution.
Okay, students. Now, if you have any query, you can discuss it in the online session. Okay, thank you. Stay home, stay safe.